Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm returned. We don't go back. I've returned. I returned for another episode here of Giving Thanks channel. This is the Giving Thanks channel. And on this channel, we give thanks. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking the video and for watching the video in its entirety. Uh, Today, we are looking at standing in righteousness and practicing that, practicing faith, right? Ugh. And those of you who follow me on this channel know that I have a Bible challenge, and the Bible challenge um, is reading the Bible in 1 year. And we're almost through actually in the Bible challenge. Yeah, we finished off with Timothy. You know, Timothy has stuff to say about women. So read it through and leave your comments. But today is December 6th. We finished with 2 Timothy. Thanks for joining. Like the video, subscribe to this channel. And we're going into the book of Titus. Titus. I know someone named Titus, actually. His name is Titus. And the book of Titus, I have my little reading light. The book of Titus. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I've returned. Yesterday was the end of the semester. It was the final class day of instruction. So it's great to be returned here on my Giving Thanks. Hi. Thanks so much for joining. Like the video while you're commenting. Hit the like button. And if you don't like it, keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. Share the video because we're getting into the theme today. And the theme today is standing in righteousness, standing. Shout out to Red Quad. What's up? Hey, Roblox lover. And then we have my friend Kay. So thanks so much for joining. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get something really good. Because today's theme is standing in righteousness, standing firm and practicing that. So don't go anywhere. We're going to get into it with our verse of the day. Listen to the verse of the day. I don't know what it is, actually. I think I did open it. No, I didn't. Thanks for liking the video. Oh my goodness. Let's get to the verse of the day. Verse of the day, y'all. Verse of the day. Verse. Grab your tea or coffee and come sit up. Verse of the day. Verse of the day. There we go. The verse of the day today is coming to us from the book of John. The book of John is bringing in our verse today. Woo! John chapter 10. John chapter 10, verse 14 to 15. Write that down in your little notes because you all have to do some homework. Okay? So John chapter 10, verse 14 to 15. Many Bible scholars know this. I am the good shepherd, period. End of story. That's it. Goodness, mercy, love, and the kindness and all of that is the good shepherd. And standing in that space, in the presence of that good shepherd, we are put in places to be representative of that. Okay, we repping, like folks say, we repping. Okay, we repping the Most High. We repping that Jesus. We are in that Christ nature. We're, to that trinity of righteousness. Look at the twos in this live. Two, two, two. We got the angels in the room. You all are angels. Whoever you all are, 22 of you, 2 likes. You all are angels in the room because you've brought together the 2, 2, 2, the angel numbers. Yes. And now we drop down to 15. But anywho, the verse of the day, John chapter 10, verse 14 to 15. Check it out. Let's go now to our word of the day. What's the word of the day? It's the word of the day. 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 Word of the day. Word of the day. The word of the day today is standing in righteousness. And that's our theme today. So in the English language, we have the word understanding. Okay. And the word today in dailyword.com is understanding. But on this channel, we translate those words because we do not want to be in a negative space. So we use words that are going to put us in the presence of righteousness. Okay? We are not going to be under a stand. What is she talking about, right? I translate that as standing in righteousness. And standing in righteousness is knowledge of what is righteousness, knowledge of doing good, knowledge of what is kind, knowledge of what is merciful. Yesterday at the gas station, filling up my tank with gas. When it gets to half, I have to fill it up. It's like, it's got to fill up, right? And I'm at the gas station. And a young lady comes out of her car and asking for help to take her dad, who's in the car, to Virginia. And I didn't have any cash on me, I didn't have anything. And it just hit me like, oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. What do I do? And I got in the car and I was, talking to someone on the phone, and I just felt the presence of God, the most righteous of righteous, telling me to do the right thing and have mercy, not to judge the one, whatever, what they want, whatever. So yeah, I'm thankful that I could be there at the exact time that that person needed, help, and I was there to help. So the word today, standing in righteousness, okay, is brought to us today by Colossians. Is it Colossians or Colossians? Colossians. Colossians. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you. Two. We having twos today. So Colossians chapter 1 verse 9. So let's shift from John chapter 10 verse 14 to 15, talking about I am the good shepherd, right? I know my sheep, and my sheep know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. Okay? So, because of that, when you know who you are, and you standing in that righteousness, you don't have to fight anyone. You don't have to battle with flesh and blood. All you do is lift ones up. And today's theme of standing in righteousness, I lift up those who are being persecuted, oppressed, or under the domination of someone in their mind, in their physical body, in their emotional, whatever that's being taken hostage for someone. I shout out this to those ones who are feeling that way, because Colossians chapter 1 verse 9, we have not ceased communicating to God, to righteousness for you all. We are not ceased doing that and asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of God's will. In all righteous, wise mind, and standing firm in that presence of righteousness, not under the oppressive systems out there, and that people bring into their homes, and they oppress people in their own homes. Ding. That's a sad thing. That is a truth that happens. So Colossians is telling us we should not stop from communicating to the most righteous of righteous. We got to get on our knees, and we got to talk to God, and we have to speak to Jesus. We have to talk and communicate to Selassie the First. Whatever that righteous one for you in your life is that has taken you to goodness, not destroyed you, but taking you to life and an abundance, a fullness of life. Keep on calling that one. Colossians chapter 1 verse 9, many people can interpret that however they may want to. I look at that as not stopping talking to the Most High, to the God of creation, Jesus Christ, however you want to call it, but not stopping communicating to the most, to your creator, period, and asking that you may be filled with that knowledge of that one's will, that one that is righteous, merciful, kind, right? Light, love, that you may be filled with that, all of it in the wise mind. Like, you know how to clean your house, you know how to manage your money, you know how to live. You are going to be filled with the knowledge and the wise mind, and standing firm in knowing how to live. So you're not mismanaging yourself and get into stressful situations. Thank you so much for listening. This, Colossians chapter 1, verse 9, you got to read it. Okay? You got to read it. And the word today, standing firm in righteousness, is brought to us by Colossians chapter 1, verse 9. And the word today, dailyword.com has it as understanding. I'm translating it to standing firm. Standing firm in righteousness. Okay? I seek the Christ within and find true standing firm in righteousness. Okay? It speaks of I find true understanding. But we're going to go deep here. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to this channel and actually like the video. Thank you for your 2 people who like the video. And those of you who are joining, the stalkers, the watchers, the haters, the lovers, all of you out there, the jealous ones. This is a channel where you put those things away and you rise to your true goodness, your true purpose. That is to do good and love each other. That's it. I told someone, just love the person. That's it. That's all you got to do. Love. That's all. So in the word today, understanding, that we're translated to standing firm in righteousness, I seek the Christ within and find true standing. I find true standing. A true standing in righteousness. How do I stand for goodness? What do I do? You stand up for yourself when people disrespect you. You don't allow people to do that. You have to train people how you want to be treated. And you can speak it in a kind way. I don't like how your tone is to me right now. You speak in a kind way. So the word today, everybody ready? I'm going to stop chatting and read it. It speaks understanding or standing firm in righteousness is a realization of the presence and power of God in every worldly situation. Standing firm in righteousness is the divine gift that allows you, me, all of I and I to perceive righteousness's truth beyond appearances. Okay, beyond what something looks like. And standing firm in righteousness is not related to intellectual knowledge. However, standing firm in righteousness flows from the indwelling Christ's presence, the wise mind within you, me, all of I and I. True righteous standing firm, righteousness, standing firm in that righteousness enables me, you, all of I and I to act with clarity, compassion, and tranquility. Strengthening I, me, you, all of I and I, to navigate life with insight. Because we're clear-minded, we're compassionate, and we want and bring tranquility to ourselves and others. I deepen in righteous standing firm through communing with God within, as I listen for my guidance, your guidance, I and I guidance, all of I and I guidance. That higher perspective transcends worldly concern. Okay? This is the 6th of the month. We got rent. People have to pay rent, mortgage, car notes, insurance, what else? All kinds of, payments, bills. Those worldly concerns, those concerns should not overshadow that guidance that you need and that you need to listen for, and that higher perspective that's going to transcend that worldly concern. So through affirming, affirmations of righteousness, standing firm in that righteousness, I live through a divine, my divine, your divine, all of I and I divine identity, and bring the truth of God into the world. Bring it in to the world, because people are hurting. People need the truth of God. And what is God? We speak about the definition of that: righteousness, goodness, mercy, love, kindness, serenity, patience, standing firm in righteousness. What else? Calmness, compassion, grace, clarity, tranquility. I said that. But that is what is representative. And love. The love that is so powerful, it's beyond comprehension, that you are breathing and listening to this live right now. So that is our word today: standing firm in righteousness. We have our verse today, brought to us by John chapter 10, verse 14 to 15. I am the good shepherd. John chapter 10 brings us to Colossians chapter 1, verse 9, that we should not stop communicating to that good shepherd. We should talk to that good shepherd. You got a shepherd. Psalm 23. Okay. So the words today of my mouth and the meditation of my heart, I always ask that they are acceptable to the sight of what is righteous, what is kind, what is all of what I define as God, Jehovah, Yahweh, Yeshua, all of it. That is, the beautiful names. Okay. However, there's one more powerful name, and we don't want to be dogmatic about it or be, downing people and upping the name, but we want to give it to everyone in a freeness where it's not bombarded, but it's accepted. So in our Bible challenge today for December 6th, we're in the book of Titus. I mentioned that earlier. So if you're just joining, thanks for joining. Thanks for liking the video. Thank you for tuning in and sharing the video. And, replay. Go on the replay so you can see this over again. But December 6th today, we're practicing the faith. So just as the theme today about standing firm in righteousness, that's an action, that's a practice. And practicing the faith of that, doing that, even though you may not see, God, you still, need to build that relationship with that one you don't even see, and trust that one you don't even see more than the ones that you do see. Okay. So in our Bible challenge today, Titus chapter 1 to 3. And Titus chapter 1 to 3, Titus is a very small book. The author is Paul. Paul is the author of this book. And Titus lived among a people who had one of the worst reputations in the world. Titus was organizing and shepherding the new believers in Crete, one of the largest islands in the Mediterranean. Paul writes to authorize Titus for this work and instruct Titus in it. Titus is to appoint righteous leaders as elders and to promote sound teaching. False teachers should be quickly detected and removed, and all must be encouraged to live lives that reflect the gospel. The epistle to Titus is known for its emphasis on sound and fullness of teaching that leads to righteous or sacred living. So we have an instruction to the church and the leadership of that to the behavior in the church and in society. Okay? So in the book of Titus for today, those of you who are in the Bible Challenge, Paul left Titus, a young minister, on the Mediterranean island of Crete to begin the challenging task of organizing new converts into local churches. In this letter, Paul shares with Titus some practical, wise mind knowledge regarding church organization and administration. For example, leaders must be chosen on the basis of proven character and conduct. False teachers must be quickly detected and removed, and church members of all ages must be encouraged to live in a way that reflects the gospel they claim to believe. Young and old, leader and laity, all must demonstrate the reality of their faith by being careful to, quote, devote themselves to doing what is good, end quote. Chapter 3, verse 8 in the book of Titus. So that's the overview. Chapter 1 is about the church organized. So elders are designated. Heresy is described in the book of Titus. What is heresy? What is false teaching? That is described in the book of Titus, chapter 1. Chapter 2 now looks at the church in operation. So we looked at the church organized with the elders designated. And then chapter 2 and 3 is looking at the good works that are demanded as the church is operated, and the heretics are denounced in chapter 3. So the daily walk today for the Bible reading in the book of Titus: for the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people. The grace of God teaches each of I to speak no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age. Titus chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. That's like a warning, right? So in the daily walk, we have true or false. God works cannot save you. True or false? God works for the Christian are unimportant. True or false? God works come naturally for a child of God. Perhaps you found the first two questions easy. The first is true. See chapter 3, verse 5. And the second is false. See chapter 3, verse 8. However, the third one may have been more difficult. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, Paul makes it clear that a new Christian is a new creation with new desires, ambitions, and enablement to live for God. However, just as children need guidance and training by their parents when they are to develop normally, so righteous children must be taught sound doctrine. Chapter 2, verse 1. New believers of all ages in the church at Crete needed instruction in proper Christian conduct. How to behave yourself. Your behavior creates your destiny. That's going to be my new outro. Your behavior creates your destiny. Paul has some timely words for you as well, regardless of your age, gender, or level of maturity as a Christian. As you read, watch for Paul's exhortations aimed straight at you and your peers. Write them in a notebook or on a sheet of paper. When possible, find another daily walker and discuss together what you have learned. Okay? To keep the faith, we must learn to live the faith. So when people say keep the faith, we got to say live the faith. Live the faith. Okay? And the insight for today's Bible challenge is the concise gospel or the firm gospel. Okay, the togetherness of the gospel. Not even concise. It's a con. I don't like the word con. So it's a coming together, a tightness of the gospel, right? So Titus chapter 2, verse 11 to 14 is the insight. When you're looking for brief statements that capture the meaning of the gospel, you can hardly do better than John 3:16, right? However, Titus chapter 2, verse 11 to 14 runs a close second. In 4 short verses, Titus chapter 2, verse 11 to 14 covers salvation, sanctification, and exaltation, or how we're redeemed, how we should live, and what we can look forward to. Look into that. Chapter 2, verse 11 to 14. And chapter 2, verse 11, for the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people. The grace of God teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age, while we wait for the blessed hope, the appearing of the glory of our great God and Savior Jesus Christ, who gave himself for us to redeem us from all wickedness and to purify for himself a people that are his very own, eager to do what is good. These are the things you should teach. Encourage and rebuke with all authority. Do not let anyone despise you. Selah and Selah again. Amen and amen again. I tell you, do not let anybody disrespect you. You have to stand up and denounce ungodliness. And ungodliness is disrespectful, how you speak to people, especially your mother. Children, speak to your parents in a respectful way. Remember, your behavior creates your destiny. We are out of time. Oh my goodness. I'm over time. Have a blessed day, everyone. Have a blessed day, everyone. Oh my goodness. Thanks so much for joining. Happy Saturday, December 6th, practicing the faith. We're reading the book of Titus, chapter 1 to 3. Wow. And then tomorrow we're looking at reflection and worship, Sunday service. Have a blessed day, everyone. Oh my goodness. I'm looking forward to Happily Humble. Take good care. This is good. Happily Humble. See you next time.